My name is April Kirkwood. I'm here to talk to you today about life with love. Let it happen. It can happen for you. Today we're talking about what is true love, falling in love. Is it even real? What isn't it? And what if it's something that people don't even want to recognize because it's a little out there? But I don't think it's out there. I think it's time. Let's center ourselves and let's take a deep cleansing breath and letting it out. Do this at your own pace. Just relaxing, knowing you are in a safe place, that you came from love, you will return to love. And all that matters is the essence of love. And let's fold our hands, embracing our outer world with our inner world, setting our intention. You can set your own, or I will set one that you can use as well. My intention is to learn what love truly is. Help me to work with that concept in a new way. Help me to see it differently. Help me to be aware of all that is loving around me, today, tomorrow, and forever. And so it is. Amen. We're talking about falling in love. Now, as a counselor myself, I've been taught, and I've done the research and read all the books, that they say the first 2 years of falling in love is nothing more than a DNA chemical release that has been going on for eons to help the population continue to grow. And they call it the chemical cocktail, and that it usually only lasts for 32 months max. And then they say after that, the real work of love begins. I believe some of that, and I totally understand the biological premise for what they are saying. And they also talk about the research done on the history of why people fall in love. Back to the Freudian idea of the personality in the first 6 years of life, and how we fall in love with little triggers in our mind that we think romance is, what we think our perfect mate would look like and act like and be like. And then we formulate an ideal, and when we see that ideal that has a lot of those check marks, then boom, we go. But one thing nobody ever talks about, and I think it's a little woo-woo out there, and I don't think there's a lot of research to substantiate this, but obviously there's not a lot of great research talking about why love doesn't last and why it does. I'm going to talk about the spiritual component. What if those first 2 years were actually two souls identifying with each other and saying, I knew you, I know you, I've been waiting. Yes, we've talked about this on another level. This is now. It could be little triggers that a song, the smell of somebody's cologne, somebody on a dance floor, a look. Isn't it it always blows my mind when two people find each other and then we just say it was just a matter of fact, it was just, it just happened by a fluke. I believe in serendipity. I believe in synchronicity. I believe in synchronicity that nothing, absolutely nothing, happens by mistake. So what if we have the body, which I agree in all of that, we have the mind, and I also believe in all the techniques that keep helping people figure out where they came from, where they're going, learning cognitive techniques on moving on through heartbreak and disaster situations in the arena of relationships. But what if we did have it right when we first met them? And what if we were two souls that had preordained before we even came here to help one another learn lessons. Now be careful what you pray for when you say, help me to learn to be more loving, help me to learn about love, help me to find love. Well, when you learn about love, it's not always roses and sunshine. Love is learned through hardships, through heartaches. And of course, there's the element of free will. And then when you come here, you forget everything, kind of. I mean, you bump into each other and you go, yeah, I know you from somewhere. It feels like we've known each other forever. Because you did know each other forever. The sexual attraction is the spiritual attraction. And then what the heck happens? The ego gets involved. The world gets involved. Fear gets involved. Tapes from our family, from our early upbringing, from our biological network, all of that other stuff comes into play and muddles that first encounter when we knew that person was the one. The lessons are here. They are in full force. Now you're going to say to me, well, what if somebody doesn't want to learn the lesson? How about if somebody breaks up with me? Well, that's their free will. And what are you to do in those cases? Let them go. Let them go. They are here to learn. They are here on their own personal journey. And although you have maybe joined together to help each other, it doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. And what you qualify as a happy ending may be something completely different in another realm. A happy ending could be, gee, you really taught me a lot about love. Gee, I really learned a lot from this experience. Gee, I'm sorry I did that to you. Next time, I'm going to be more present in my subconscious. Love. You wouldn't be here without love. We wouldn't get up without love. And remember, you will have other opportunities. You might not be the only person that they have made commitments to have interactions with. I want you to remember that love is eternal. Love never dissolves. You can love someone and not see them. You can pray for them. You can talk to them. Love is about learning lessons. Lessons about loving yourself, loving someone else, and sometimes that means letting someone else go. Love is the ultimate healer, and true love actually exists. You can read more about this and get the Cliff Notes to Life with Love, Let It Happen with me, April Kirkwood. I am a counselor here to talk to you anytime. I have private sessions, group sessions, couple sessions, aprilkirkwood.com. Until we meet again, I love you, I praise you, I appreciate you. You are God's child. Great things happen to you, and so it is. Life with love. Let it happen.